Yeah, every game poses some different matchups for us, and this is the first team we'll face that the strength of their team is the 4 and 5, the post position. Last year they had some better guards, more experienced guards, but this year they're definitely looking to go inside all the time. So it'll be a different look for us. They're not as dominant from the 3-point line, so that's a big adjustment from the last 2 games. They're a little bit alike from the TCU game in that they like to play a lot of zone, and we've seen that actually even Iowa State played a lot of zone.
Which I know a lot of different players from last year, but when you see a lead kind of evaporate in the fourth quarter, all of a sudden it's time to get. Is it easy mentally to not think of once again, or is it so in the moment that you just kind of keep your focus on?
We're way past last year. We don't even think about it. Yeah.
And then what does it say about your team and that resolve that you've been talking about? You showed it kind of a little bit at San Diego and now, you guys were able to close games out.
Yeah, the biggest bounce back piece of that for us was how were we going to handle the loss after Iowa State. That was the most important part that we wanted to see from the team, and the resolve and the resiliency, the bounce back from that was huge. Were we going to stay together? Were we going to keep that toughness mentality, the poker faces we like to call it, throughout the game? It's a game of runs. We knew TCU was probably going to make a run on their home court. Significant part for us is, hey, that's a first win there in 7 years. I mean, we're celebrating that, and it's Brittany Brewer's first win there ever. I mean, some big things came out of that game. No matter how it looks. I mean, we got up big in the first half. I mean, we got up big and we had 2 of our starters on the bench in foul trouble. So there are many storylines from the game, very positive in our takeaways.
And what was kind of the message to your team, as much as you can share in that fourth quarter? I know Lexi kind of talked about how you guys kind of linked up and said, hey, we got to be winning.
Yes, just basically just how connected you have to remain in those moments in any game, but in particularly on the road. We were going to come out of that huddle, we were going to stay focused, and we were going to finish the game. And it was just about believing in that, reminding them of that. And the connection part on my end was just to get a physical kind of touch to help mentally remind them that, hey, we're here together and we've got this, we're okay.
Boogie was just talking about her message in the locker room after the fight, the dog mentality that you had in that game that was lacking maybe in Iowa State. How important is it for you to see players start taking initiative and making those statements to bring this team together?
Yeah, we tell them every day when that starts coming consistently from them and not us, we're going to really be good, and that's what we're headed towards. It is where the program is, and it's part of our growth and maturation process to bring them along in those areas. But I like the fact that they can translate that stuff that we're giving to them, and it's just constant reminders from us, and eventually they're going to get it on their own, and that's the exciting part of it, and we know that's coming.
What kind of shot in the arm did Brittany back in the lineup?
Yeah, so we remain undefeated with her in the lineup. She's significant to everything that we're doing, and it can't be understated. Whether she's scoring or not scoring, her presence on the floor is big for us. She's such a competitor. She's so intense. She brings a lot of defensive energy to us, and the ability to pass and get us in our offense are just several things that she brings.
How impressed are you by her kind of like maturity level? Because you're talking to her, even playing through an injury, like she had a good day offensively, points-wise, but even she was able to find, hey, I got to pass the ball more, I have more assists. The fact that she's able to self-critique her own game.
Yeah, it's I'm impressed by it because she didn't get here till the last week of August. I think that's the most impressive part of her is how quickly she's adapted, because this is a giant leap from junior college. It's major, and the fact that she's been able to adapt, adjust, and lead our team to while she's out there, as I said, to an undefeated record so far, speaks volumes to what she's bringing in all kinds of intangible ways.
And then you talked about each point through the season is you want to celebrate being undefeated through non-conference. How big is it, though, to get that first Big 12 here, to kind of have that in your belt?
It's huge for a number of reasons, but it's on the road. It's been 7 years. A senior in Brittany's never had a chance to win there, and we're coming off kind of an embarrassing loss. Again, it wasn't that we lost, but we didn't feel good about how we performed, and I think that was the most important part is to be able to, how are we going to handle that? How are we going to bounce back from that? And we had 3 intense days to really prepare for TCU, and we responded, and that was the exciting part for everybody, is that we were able to respond after a very tough loss.
Back to Kansas State, Peyton Williams is obviously good, and she were both on the team at State together this summer. What does she do so well? What makes her so
Yes, she's, Peyton is surprisingly agile and athletic. Some people will say she's not real athletic. She actually is. You're not a two-sport athlete if you're not. She's deceivingly and deceptively athletic. That's probably the best way to say it. And what she brings for them is size and length on the perimeter defensively, okay, and then she can score the ball very well. So she can catch and shoot from anywhere, including the three-point line, or she can take you down low and post you up. So I think, all of that combined, she's a tremendous rebounder for them. So it's just, I think, she is the leader of their team in terms of what we can see.
Anything else?
Boogie mentioned that that Coach Beard spoke to the team. How often do you do that, or what made you decide on the timing of that?
Yes, well, as Coach Beard shared with them, it's very sacred who we allow in our practice or in our locker room or to speak to our team during season. And he's someone that we like to have come along at important times. We also have Coach Sharp speak to our team in important moments, but there has to be some meaning behind it. Depends on what's going on in the season. It's not just a regularly scheduled type of thing, but we were heading into conference play. I wanted him to touch on the fact of how they were picked, I believe, 7th last year. They go to the national championship game. They win the Big 12. Then, we're picked preseason number 9, and, I wanted him to share that messaging with them. And, we have a great rapport. It's awesome having him around, and he's so great to our program.
How impressed with you with Lexi? Because to a point, she's still kind of working her way back into playing in a college basketball game, and now she reaches her career high in minutes.
Yes, the TV crew for our game was just asking me about that, and they want me to grade her. I said, I couldn't give her less than an A. When you're talking about someone who's played in her first really legitimate college minutes ever, and her performances have been tremendous, so she had those early games where she kind of got her feet under her, and it's go time. And the thing about her is she's a competitor. She wants to win the game. And at TCU, she doesn't sit a single second of the game. And the 15 rebounds that she got were as impressive as her 15 points.
We knew as a team how important it is just to get as many wins as we can, and we can't really dwell on the losses that we have. We have to just go to the next one, and I think we responded really well.
Body language-wise, when a 14, 15-point lead evaporates and it's tied in the fourth quarter, body language-wise, what do you like about the team that just gave you guys confidence?
Our body language was just to stick together. That's our whole thing. We just needed to stay together, and we needed to find out a way to grind out the win. Teams go on runs, and we just had to make ours too.
Was there a message? Was that the kind of message that Coach was telling you guys in the huddle?
Yeah, Coach was just telling us to stay connected. We even connected in one of our huddles, like we needed to stay together in order to get that win.
Coach, you talked a lot about kind of the way that she sort of ran.
Yeah.
But just from your perspective, like being on the court with her and getting on the court without her, what's the biggest difference that you see?
Boogie just brings energy to the game. She's very energetic, and she just brings energy. She brought the whole team with us. When we needed a stop, she was the first one to be like, let's get a stop. So I feel like her energy radiated throughout the whole team.
Is that the most minutes that you played in a game? Really, like at this level?
Yeah, at this level, it's the most I've played.
So, I know you said you're a little bit sore, but is that almost kind of like rejuvenating a little bit to be able to be like, okay, I just did this? Such a huge part of that win come up with
Yeah, any player would want to play 40 minutes and win a game. So, I can't complain. Everyone's going to be sore. It's part of the game.
How does preparation going into Kansas State change a little bit with that inside presence and knowing what you guys know what they have inside? It's going to be going up against Brittany, who is obviously a huge target. How can you guys kind of come together and sort of like expand your options going up against like 6'4", 6'5"?
Kansas State's really post heavy, and their posts are really good. And for us, we just have to push back. That's our whole thing right now, just push back and rebound. We got to be able to just be able to not let them take over the game.
How are you? Have you gotten into the flow of the offense and just knowing all your responsibilities, flow of the offense, what you're supposed to do defensively, all that sort of thing?
I just think the help of my teammates and my coaches, they've helped me accommodate really quickly, and I feel like I was always with like different groups even when I wasn't playing, so that really helped. So I just felt like I just was able to jump in, and my teammates trusted me to do what I needed to do, and my coaches trust me as well.
The difference between the Iowa State game and the TCU game was they had more heart. Like, we all had more heart. We showed way more effort, showed way more dog, just wanted to be out there and wanted to get those stops, wanted to get those rebounds, just being aggressive.
And for you, there was a part in the second
I was just like, man, we're not losing. I don't care. I'm gonna just keep going. I gotta be strong for my team as well, as they're always strong for me. They're always pushing, so I'm just like, we gotta go. End of the story. End of story. I'm going.
What's the difficulty in playing with
I mean, it bothers me, but it's okay, you know. I'm just keep pushing through it, getting the rehab that I'm supposed to, just keep doing what I need to do.
How hard was it for you to miss that game against Iowa State?
It was tough, but that was my first Big 12 game, you know, and I didn't want to miss it, but my girls still did what they needed to do. Even though we didn't win, you know, it was still a learning lesson. It was like a lesson learned. So
What was the message for y'all when you see 15, 16 evaporate, trying to hold on and now respond from one big lead?
just keep going. You know, you can't, when you're down by that much, when you're down by that 15, you got to keep going. You can't put your head down. You got to fight. When you're up by 15, you got to keep your foot on the gas and don't look back. So it's kind of in the middle.
You talk about the fight at TCU and the dog mentality. Why do you think that showed up then and it didn't show up in Iowa State? Do you think it was because of the loss and it's kind of a kick in the butt?
Yeah, I think it was, we were so used to, you know, getting that winning feeling. We got to taste the reality, and it was learning something, you know. After that game, it was a feeling that nobody wanted to feel again. So just having that feeling after that game and going to the next one, it was definitely, you wanted to change that feeling because you never want to feel it again.
So now coming off a win, how do you keep that going for the rest of the season, knowing the challenge that Big 12 brings?
Before the Iowa State game, Coach Beard told us, you know, you can't be too high, you can't be too low. So we just got to take that and run with it. You can't be like, oh, we won. You know, we just got to keep our foot on the gas and keep looking forward.
So Beard came and talked to y'all?
Yeah, before the Iowa State game.
Was that the first time, or how often does he do that?
Since I've been here, that was my first time, but I know that he talked to them previously before I had came.
And for Lexi too, I mean, she just talked to us and said that's the most minutes that she's ever had in a game at this level. What did you see from her just kind of on the court and the way that she was sort of able to kind of rally through some of the team?
You can tell Lexi wanted it. You can look in her eyes and tell that she wanted it. You can tell that just as bad as I didn't want to lose that game, she didn't want to lose that game. Nobody wanted to lose that game. So you just seen it. So you seen it deep in her eyes that she wanted it. You seen her when she was hustling. You seen how bad she wanted. I mean, you can see the results: 15 points, 15 rebounds. You can tell she wanted it.
Winning non-conference games is great, but how big is it to get that first conference win?
Yeah, getting that first conference win, it was cool. It was good. You know, it's humbling, but like I said, you can't get too high, you can't get too low. You just gotta keep going.
How did you feel about your offensive performance the other night?
I feel like it was a good performance, but I still need to work on things. You know, I wasn't satisfied with my 6 assists. I feel like I could have gave the ball up more, getting to the open player. So stuff to work on after watching that film.
Just curious, where did you get your nickname?
My best friend and my best friend and her mom gave me that nickname a long time ago. At first, I didn't like it, but it kind of grew on me. So now we're here.
Somebody call you Boogie?
It's always just because I'm always dancing. So I guess that's why.
When you were how old?
No,
When you were how old?
it was like I want to say 2nd grade.
Okay, so
Yeah,
a long time.
it was a long time ago.